Pizza High School Volleyball Championships. We're in for a couple of exciting matches today. We got defending champion Mennonite Brethern Hawks against Selkirk in the girls' final, and in the boys' final, we've got defending champ Selkirk, and they're going. So we've got some exciting action. Calling the play-by-play today will be Jules Martin and Missy Penner. Right now, I've got Andrew Shevchuk, the Director of Marketing for Boston Pizza, who's been the sponsor of this event for 14 years, and they commit a great deal to high school sports. And Andrew, first, what do you, as a company, what is Boston Pizza? Why do they sponsor this?
You know what, Mo, this is sports in its purest form. These kids are doing it for the love of the game. The level of athleticism and the compete level of these young people, these young athletes, is phenomenal. Once you watch, folks, once you watch the matches that are going to be tonight, you'll see what I'm talking about. We've been here for 14 years, and it just seems like every year the competition level is so high. And
your commitment is great, and I guess the high school market is a big market for Boston Pizza, a lot of the alumni. And so it's a pretty good fit and a pretty good partnership, I would think.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, high school athletes, not surprisingly, they like to eat. They're very hungry. They need to fuel up. So yeah, no, we see lots of athletes. We got a new Athlete's Choice menu. It's a lot of fun, and we're delighted to be here. And Mo, as I've said every year, MHSAA, you put on a fabulous event, and we're looking for a terrific night.
Thanks very much for your support, Andrew. Now we're going to get to the coaches. And we've got, ladies, why don't you step on either side of me here? And we've got, first from Mennonite Brethern, we have Austin Pauls, and they're the defending champs. And Austin, what are you looking for in this year's championship?
A good match, you know, both teams showing up and playing well.
And you're led by Katie Friesen, the #1 ball player in the province. What does she offer to your team?
Good team dynamic, good leadership, and just excellent skill.
Good stuff. Good luck. And now Kyla Michalski is coach of the Lord Selkirk Royals. Kyla, what are you looking for today?
I'd have to go along with Austin and say a good match. I want the girls to come out and play and enjoy every moment. It's an honor just to be in this match, and I want them to take that all in tonight.
Fantastic. Both of you, best of luck, and have a great match. What we're going to do now is we're going to go back up to Jules and Missy to take it from there with the player introductions.
Thank you very much, Mo, and good luck to both the coaches. And I think they said it right. They want to see a good match, and that's what you want at this game, because we know nerves can be a factor initially. So getting through those nerves and having a great match is ideally what you'd like to see in a championship game.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to have one. They've played each other 4 times, and they've all been close matches. So.
Yeah, and very unusual. What we have is #1 and #2. That's not the unusual part, but the #1 ranked team has yet to beat this #2 ranked team, and that is unusual as far as ranking, but MBCI had a little bit of an upset in the K-Pac semifinals, so that's why they got ranked 2. Right now we're going to throw to the public address announcer we're going to have O Canada and then the player introductions.
With
There we have the introduction of both teams. You can see the Lord Selkirk Royals are in black with white, and on the other side is the MBCI Hawks, who are in red with white. Number 1 and 2, Jules.
Well, it's going to be a great match. I talked to both coaches today, and although Selkirk hasn't beaten MBCI this year, they're very confident that they can win this match. They've had great matches with them all year. They've got a good game plan they've put together. I can't reveal it too early, but they're hopeful that they can stop the powerhouse MBCI Hawks today.
And like you said, all the matches have been very, very close, so what that usually says is that they could have gone either way. Now, MBCI has come on top in all of those matches, but sometimes that can be the kiss of death.
Well, and when it's a final, and I was telling one of the younger players this earlier today, when you make it final, it's probably a coin flip. There's two good teams, so you can win 60% of your finals, you're doing pretty good.
Absolutely.
What MBCI does have going for them is they have returning players from last year. So the tighter the match is, you look for people like Katie Friesen to step up, Katie Reeves to step up and make plays for you when it's 23-all.
Yes, absolutely. And they've got some experience, as mentioned. They are defending champs. So they bring forth that experience of being in this big game here.
Defending champs, which is ironic, they don't have a defending coach. Both coaches, first year in varsity girls volleyball, and give them kudos for that. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Two young coaches going at it, both trying to win their first title.
Absolutely. And we said that MBCI is defending champions, but Lord Selkirk is defending champions at the junior varsity level, which they played last year, and now they've moved up. So they also, we've got two squads here that have a wealth of experience.
And we've got some really talented girls here. There's seven of the top 10 ranked players in the province are playing in this match today, folks. So if you're tuning in at home, you're going to see the top girls in this province banging some volleyballs today. And I'm hopeful to see a really aggressive match. I find sometimes the girls' game gets a little bit too conservative, and I'd like to see some girls go after it and win this match.
Absolutely. You can't play safe. You have to play to win, not safe. So starting with the serve right now are the Lord Selkirk Royals. That's number 6. That's Smith who serves into the net. And sometimes that is exactly what we talked about, a little bit of nerves. You got to get the pressure on them. MBCI gets that first serve over. There we see a tip being put over, nicely dug up by Friesen. And a nice roll shot there by number 6, Reeves.
That was a great pass by the libero for Selkirk. That's another key that Kyla was telling me about she wants. They have to get the ball to the setter so they can run their entire offense.
There they go to power. Nice swing there by Faye. They go back up. Nice attack by MBCI. That's number 16. That's Katie Friesen, one of their top players.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. You want to see girls put the ball away to score, and Katie Friesen took a really good swing at that ball.
Maya Westwood, the setter for MBCI, serving. Again, they go back row that time. That was de Sorce. Friesen gets blocked. It's dug up easily. Westwood goes back to Friesen and gets blocked.
That was Jessica Friesen with a huge block at the net for Selkirk. It's a big point for them. Friesen was just getting hot, had one big kill, and now you've maybe slowed her down a little bit.
Kier Faye now serving for Lord Selkirk. Good pass by Reeves. That ball's picked up nicely by Faye. They go back to Hayes.
Big swing now. Big swing by Selena Hayes there. Tough serving, and getting free balls to the net is a big key in this match.
Faye still serving for Selkirk. 2-3 is our score. Westwood pushes it outside. Nice swing, but it's dug up by the libero. Westwood again goes out to Reeves. It's dug up. And nice heads-up play by Kauk.
Yeah, Logan DeSarcy with 2 great digs there. The second one just a little bit too tight to the net. Great play at the net by the middle blocker for MBCI.
And Jules, you had mentioned like the middle blocker there for MB, Kauk, has already committed to play libero.
Yeah, it was. There's a middle blocker, I think it's number 10. Yeah, she's going to play university as a libero, so it tells you how great an athlete she is.
No kidding, playing middle on this team and committed next year at the next level as a libero.
MBCI's got 6 girls that can handle the ball. They can pass, they can play defense, so it's going to be really tough for Selkirk. They're going to have to keep putting the pressure on them with their serving.
Serving right now is Jessica Friesen. That pass a little bit short, but Kauk puts it back row to Friesen. There's a nice roll shot, almost dug up in the back row by Westwood, but a nice roll shot by Hayes.
Yeah, it all started with a tough serve. The tougher the serves, the weaker the passing, and then you can play it. You know where the sets are going. When they know where the sets are going, both teams are going to be digging up balls. These girls are just too good in the back row.
And they're going to key in as blockers. That ball almost kept alive by Kessler, diving for it. So some tough serves being put over by Friesen. And Selkirk takes a lead for the first time. 5-4 is our score in this opening set.
And she's serving every ball at Katie Reeves right now. See if she goes back to her again here.
And that serve just goes long.
It's good, tough serve. It just didn't drop her out by about 2 or 3 inches there.
Yeah. Back at the service line is Kauk. Pass, Selkirk puts it outside to Grisbeniak. Nice heads-up play there by Neyron. And a nice swing again, almost dug up, and it actually was saved. Westwood getting that one after Kauk made a big dig. They go middle, and again, Kauk, we talked about her libero ability and defense that we just saw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they won't libero her out when she's in the back row. It's fantastic defense,
No
and that shows
kidding.
you got to hit the ball, and these girls are going after it. Some good hits in the middle by Selkirk there.
A very strong start for the opening set. Back to serve right now is number 2, Werme. Kauk with the pass, Westwood goes back row. That's Reeves who gets blocked on that play.
Great block, great set by MBCI. I like to see the girls running the back row attack, but the middle blocker didn't peel off like normally would, and had a very nice block at the net.
Still serving is Werme. Kauk with a perfect pass. Westwood goes back to Friesen. It's dug up. They go outside to Grisbeniak. Good transition by MBCI. Nice pickup. See if Selkirk can keep this alive, but they can't. Nice pickup in the back row by Faye, but can control the ball.
Yeah, good effort by Faye. And then it looks like Selkirk's defense is playing very smart on Katie Friesen right now. They're putting up a real solid block, and they're just trying to dig around it.
Katie Friesen now serving. Free ball being put over by Selkirk. See if MBCI can take advantage. Good push outside, but that ball just a little bit mishit by Kessler, goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Westwood did a good job. She caught her a one-on-one, and that's what she wanted on the outside. It's just a little mishit there.
Grisbeniak with the serve. Kauk, perfect pass again. Step around, goes deep. No touch.
Looking for the touch call.
Yeah, that was Neyron with that attack. 9-6 is our score. Both teams passing reasonably well. That was a good reach by Kessler. Dug up, goes outside. Nice swing by Faye. And again, another nice pickup there by 18. That's Grisbeniak. Free ball being put over. Kessler, hard swing, but dug up nicely by Grisbeniak. Selkirk can't control that ball.
That was a great swing by Kessler. She kept setter more than once in a rally. I like that. I like seeing Westwood do that. I don't like it when a setter just sets 1, 2, 3 in middle back setter. It's great to see them go back to the same player again.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with those hits. Sometimes players are going to make some good digs, but keep going to them, keep swinging hard.
And look for them to keep serving tough, folks. They may miss a few serves, but as you can tell, when they're not serving tough and the passes are easy, they're going to score a lot easier at the net. So both coaches will accept the odd miss serve, but I think if you keep the service pressure on, you have a better chance.
Into the game is Ashton Hodges, serving for Selkirk, served before the whistle. Hodges with the serve. Kauk, an over bump and a nice press at the net. Good heads-up play by number 11. That's Jessica Friesen for Selkirk.
Yeah, it's a difficult pass there. Just a little bit too tight for the setter, Westwood.
Nice serve by Hodges. Ball kept alive by Neyron. They go step around. Looked like that was mistimed a bit. Kauk makes a big dig in the backcourt. And a roll shot nicely placed by Katie Reeves down the line.
Yeah, the six back setter moved up, and Katie Friesen saw the hole in deep one and rolled it right to the spot.
Neyron with the serve. Back row attack and a good swing by Grisbeniak.
Fantastic swing. That's 3 back row sets we've seen already in this match. In the first set at 12 points. That shows the change of volleyball that's come so far at a high school girls level. We're running back row attacks. I love to see it.
Yeah. Definitely see more combinations. You know, typically you see those 51s, you'll see some step arounds, but to see the back row is really advancing that game. There we see a dump by Westwood, but it's kept alive by the libero de Sorce.
And there's Faye. We haven't talked about her too much yet. She's one of the top players in the province, and she decided to rip on that one. Great swing by Faye there.
And we've got a timeout being called on the floor. Our score right now is 13-8 in favor of Lord Selkirk. So it started off with MBCI with a little bit of a lead, and now we've got Selkirk that's leading by 4 in the opening set of this girls' championship game.
Well, whatever their game plan was, it seems to be working. They're putting up a solid block. They're getting digs, serving tough. So it's been a perfect start for Selkirk right now. And MBCI just needs to settle down a little bit. Too many unforced errors on their side of the net, and they'll get right back in this game. But I look forward to this. Is going to be a long match, Missy. This is going to be a long battle.
It certainly has the signs of going that way. There we get a look at MBCI and Coach Austin Pauls in her first year with the varsity girls. Both teams ready to go back on the court after that first time out. 13-8 is our score.
And right now, Lord Selkirk has the pretty big front row, so they've got it lined up pretty good for themselves right now to get a nice solid block. Hopefully they can make this serve and then set up their block and keep playing defense the way they've been playing it.
Back to serve right now is Carly Smith. Friesen with the pass, perfect pass. Westwood goes middle. What a nice attack by Kauk in the middle.
Absolutely fantastic. She's got some big jumps, that girl, and she was way up, and she was up in the air early, so the setter fed her. The block wasn't there, and a great hit by Kauk back to 1.
That was a great attack, a very fast attack as well. Westwood serving for MBCI. Libero decides to set it out to Power. Faye with the attack. Again, Kauk does a bit of a roll shot. It's kept alive. Nice save by the setter there on Selkirk.
Great swing by Faye, reaching up high on a very tight set. Reaching up high, hitting it, snapping it almost over the block to the deep corner.
Smith made a great save. That looked like that ball was going pretty tight, showing a lot of control along the net. Back to serve right now is Kier Faye. Friesen with the attack, goes long, just out of bounds, tried hitting line.
Friesen looking for a touch call there, but the refs didn't agree with her on that one. So
Faye still serving for Selkirk. 59 is our score. Nice pass by Neyron. Ball's kept alive by MB. Kauk goes for the long tip down the line. Kept alive in the back row by Faye. Free ball put over. MBCI goes middle. Kept alive by Faye. They go outside now to Grisbeniak. Westwood Back to Friesen, who hits it wide, no touch. So just a few hitting errors here.
Yeah, she's trying to hit the ball a little bit too sharp. She's got to maybe attack that block a little bit. Have to get it kill off the floor. She can use the block to her advantage. She's a very good hitter. She can hit high. Have to be hitting it super sharp angles.
Nice pass. Westwood goes again to Kauk, one-on-one. The blocker gets that for Selkirk, but we've got a roll shot being put over by Friesen, and it scores.
Yeah, that was a seeing eye roll shot. Went through 3 players, and she got a little bit lucky there. 16-10 here in the first set.
Reeves serving for MB. Nice pass there by Grisbeniak. Tip being put over, it goes out of bounds and wide by number 13. That's Hayes, Selena Hayes.
A great pass by Grisbeniak. Tough break for Selkirk there. They need to settle down and side out right away. You don't want to let MBCI back in this match if you're Selkirk. You want to keep the spread at 5 points.
Reeves puts that one into the bottom of the net. A lot of size right now. You can see the height in the front row for Selkirk. And back into the game is number 8. That's Alcock, also with quite a bit of height, so that just makes their front row even taller now.
Yeah, they do have the advantage in the height, and I think MBCI might have an advantage on the quickness. But right now, the big girls at the net are taking over.
Westwood doing a good job of getting to that ball. A little bit was taken off because that set was off the net, given the pass, and that ball went a little bit long. So again, just a few too many hitting errors for MBCI. That could be a little bit of the nerves here. See if they can settle down after taking their second time out.
The fundamentals right now are just being played better by Selkirk. They're serving tough, and they're also passing tough serves well. Doing a good job. Their setter's doing a good job moving it around. And you look for her now at 18-11 to close out the set, setting Faye and Grisbeniak to finish it off on the outsides.
And you definitely cannot ever underestimate the importance of pass, because that pass sets up your entire offense. Without it, it limits where you can set.
Well, and then a setter like Westwood, who's probably the best setter in the province, if she doesn't get the ball at the net, it takes away all of her advantage to trick the block around. So she needs the ball at the net, and then she can really get them one-on-ones, and then get Katie Friesen and Reeves and their outside hitters starting to put the ball away.
Maya Westwood, the daughter of Trevor and Brenda Westwood. You might remember Brenda, big setter for
Absolutely.
the University of Winnipeg. Fantastic athlete and setter herself. So daughter following in her footsteps.
Yeah, all these kids are now daughters and sons of people we played with, right,
Yeah,
Missy?
I know. It's hard to feel young when you say something like that. Thanks, Jules.
Hey, we'll see it in the boys' final as well.
I know. It
My
scares
buddy's
me.
kids are in it.
I like the attitude of being aggressive and hitting that. Again, they're just taking a little bit off it. They're underneath the ball, and it's just going long.
But it starts with the serve reception.
Absolutely.
Friesen for Selkirk is serving really well, Jessica Friesen.
Again, another tough serve. Kauk with a good pass. Friesen gets dug up, but nice pickup on her part. Free ball being put over by Selkirk. Friesen having to set. Kauk off the middle attack. Grisbeniak goes down the line. Great pickup in the back row by Neyron. Another pickup by Faye. They go back. And that ball, I believe we have someone on the net. That ball being attacked by Hayes.
Yeah, everything's going Selkirk's way right now. Long rallies, they're finding a way to win them. Even when they hit the ball out of the bounds, MBCI was on the net.
Right. Jessica Friesen still serving. 20-11 is our score. Nice set by Westwood. And there we had Kessler with the attack, but a net violation now called against Selkirk.
That one break back there for MBCI. At this point in the match, I think MBCI wants to get some momentum. I know they can make a comeback, but it's going to be tough to get to 25. But you want to get some momentum going into set 2 right now.
Absolutely. Kauk with the serve. I'm sure she didn't plan that one, but as we know, that was a rule change many, many years ago, and a difficult pass to make.
Yeah, I would have got about 100 more aces in my day if they left that rule in when I played.
That was a tough set from that pass. Westwood now goes back to Friesen. Friesen off the blocker's hands and scores. So a couple points in a row, which is what MBCI needs to do.
Yeah, and Friesen with a big swing. If she gets on a roll here and they're served tough, things can change really quickly.
Courtney Kauk is now serving. Again, another good serve. Oh, nice swing there by, I think that was Grisbeniak.
Yeah, she's looking very fluid and very comfortable. Even if she doesn't pass a perfect ball, she wants the set. You can see it. Setter knows it too. It's a big time put away there to get back to 7 points rather than 5-point lead.
That's good setter awareness. You want to know who's aggressive on your team and who's confident, and you want to go to who's hot.
Absolutely.
Nice top spin there by Kessler. It's dug up. Another pick up there by Selkirk. Goes out to Grisbeniak. She gets blocked. A big block there by Nayron.
Good swing though, Grisbeniak. A good swing. Tried to hit it high seam, and set was a little off the net. Ball got behind her head, so she couldn't hit it as high as she wanted to there.
Katie Friesen back to serve. 21-15 is our score right now. So a free ball being put over by Faye, dug up by Friesen. Westwood does a dump, and it scores. She made it look like she was going to set that one, did the two-handed dump.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that play, but if it scores, I guess I can't say nothing,
Nope.
right? The power dump is much more my
Yes.
kind of game.
Yes. The only good thing was she didn't telegraph that, and that was the only advantage of that particular dump. Again, a little bit of passing struggling by Selkirk right now. Westwood pushes that one outside, hit nicely off the hands by Kessler, dug up by Selkirk. Grisbeniak gets blocked, but it was dug up by the Sorce, the libero. That one looked like it was going to hit the ground, but she made a last-second ditch effort to get that ball up.
A smart timeout here by Kylie Michalski. You know, they've just struggled at the passing the last few rotations, and Selkirk's getting right back in, MBCI is getting back in the game because of it. It's a very, very simple game to coach, but at the same time, you got to execute it. We got to pass the ball. That's what she's probably telling them right now, but it's not as easy as it sounds, right?
No, for sure, and there we had a chance to see that last replay where the libero was there for Selkirk, dug the ball. No one was able to get to that second ball. It is a very smart timeout by Selkirk. We've seen MBCI get the last couple points, and it's brought them back in this first and opening set. 21-17 is our score in favor of Selkirk. This is a girls' championship game featuring number 1 and 2, Selkirk and MBCI.
Well, and it's a game of momentum, right? And the way the matchups work out right now, this is a good matchup. The way they have the serving and the back row and the front row, MBCI's got a good matchup right now. Yeah. And we're going to see this throughout the whole match, how certain teams are going to make runs of 3 or 4 points just based on the way the lineups are and how the strengths are versus the other team's weaknesses.
And we are slowly getting a packed gym here at the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba. We've got MBCI and Selkirk, and then this will be followed by the boys match where we have Selkirk and Steinbach. Nice save by the setter Smith, but it's dug up. Free ball being put over by Friesen. Smith gets it a little bit short and inside. Westwood step around, and there's Nayron down the line and scores.
A fantastic run and finish by Westwood. Made a very nice set there, and I think Smith has got to get those sets a little further outside for her hitters on the Selkirk side, and Westwood right there as you see a perfect step around run and bang down the line.
Friesen with the serve, step around, and Friesen gets a piece of it, but they can't control that particular dig. It goes out of bounds. That was a nice step around in turn by Selkirk.
Absolutely, they got stuck in that rotation and gave up 4 or 5 points, and this is a big side out, and now they got Faye to the front row, and she's got 3 points to make for her team to get them this first set.
Grisbeniak with the serve. Westwood step around by Nayron. Back row attack by Grisbeniak, and she scores.
She's hit that back row pipe very well. She took a little bit off of that one, but caught MBCI off guard. MBCI's got to dig that ball if they want to win this set. They have to make those digs. 23-18
is our score. Grisbeniak with the serve. Over bump, and a nice press in the front row by number 8. That's Allison Alcock. That height definitely worked to her advantage there.
Yeah, and a great serve by Grisbeniak. Looks like they're trying to get the ball on Katie Friesen right now, and they've served her a few times in a row.
Westwood with the step around, Nayron off the blocker's hands and scores quite well for MBCI.
Yeah, she's hitting it very well. Good timing, great sets by Westwood. The sets are always at the same spot every time, and as a hitter, we all know if you get us a one-on-one and you give us the same set, we better be scoring the ball.
Kessler serving right now for MB. Beniak was right there, unfortunately didn't angle the arms, goes off her arms and out of bounds.
One side out is all Selkirk needs right now. They need to settle down, get a good pass, and if I was the setter, I'd set the ball out to Faye.
Kessler still serving for MB. Nice serve. Oh, and another shank. That's 2 in a row by Selkirk. They are right in this one. 24-21. We've got a timeout being called by Selkirk after seeing those 2 shanks. As you mentioned, all they need to do is side out and they take this first set.
Well, it is the provincial finals, right, Missy? There's some nerves out there, and you know what? You got to earn your points. You can't be you're not going to get handed this title. So all the girls just need to settle down. Another good timeout. Get the girls to settle down, make one pass, get it up in the middle of the court even. I'd set the ball outside to Faye and get the first set in the books.
Absolutely. And Kessler doing a good job of serving right now, because we all know in rally point, she misses the serve, sets over too. So she's putting in some very good serves.
Well, she's serving really tough. She keeps this. She's got to make every one right now. A missed serve gives you the set, but at the same time, you're down 6 points. There's no point giving them a cookie serve. You might as well serve tough and go for it.
So both teams have taken their timeouts, and back at the service line is Shayla Kessler for MBCI as she continues to serve. Our score 24-21 in the opening set of this girls' championship game. And that serve goes long.
Did I jinx it? Sorry, Missy.
I think we did. We just talked about the importance of how good she was serving, and that's easy to do. And the problem is, once you toss, you're kind of at liberty to just make this swing off that toss, right?
Well,
and
she's
it looked a little ahead of her.
Exactly. She's hitting some jump floats, and you know, if you get it under it at all, it's going to sail out the back.
Absolutely.
All in all, a good first set for both teams, really. I think MBCI can build off of that. Selkirk had a lull at the end of this set. They won this set, but I think MBCI gained some momentum, and they had a little bit of a nervous start, a little rough in the middle section with some ball control, and they kind of got it back at the end.
Yeah, I would agree, because MBCI was stuck at 12 for a while. So it was kind of looking, and I was kind of surprised when I looked at the scoreboard, but I thought they're playing well enough where it shouldn't be that much of a killing, but they slowly climb back in that one. So good on them, and I think you're right. They have some momentum going into this one. So 25-21 was the first score, or the score in the first set. Right now, we're going to go courtside where Morris Glimcher is waiting with an interview.
With me is Scott Kwasnitsa. Scott is the president of the Manitoba High Schools Athletic Association and also superintendent of the Lord Selkirk School Division. Scott, what is this weekend, the last couple of weekends? What's this all about?
Well, this is just a fantastic showcase of high school sport. We've had 14 provincial championships in the last 2 weeks. We have 7,000 student athletes playing volleyball. And this is just a great showcase of how schools come together and how the community gets behind volleyball and high school athletics.
It's a great show today too, and I guess you can't help but be a little biased today with 2 teams in the championships. Must be pretty exciting in Lord Selkirk School these days.
Sure, we've got both teams here tonight. We've got a contingent of students who came on the bus, and so I'm here to present medals tonight, but certainly knowing my 2 teams are here from Lord Selkirk School Division, we hope the best for all teams, but I got to tell you, I got my royal blue suit on, and I'm going to be an objective bystander.
That's what it's all about. High school sports is great. So thanks for your support, Scott, and we'll throw it back up to Missy and Jules right now.
Thank you very much, Mo. And Scott has been with Selkirk. Used to be the principal at Selkirk High School, and of course is the superintendent there now. And hey, I don't blame him for being in that royal blue suit.
Well, of course not. You got to be so proud, right?
Absolutely.
Both your teams are here. You get the whole town of Selkirk. You got the kids coming on the bus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. The spirit that you have within a school can be absolutely incredible. And we see it here with the fans. We see a whole bunch of people with their blue shirts on for Selkirk. And behind us, we have all the MBCI fans that are sitting in red. So we are pretty much at a packed house, and it's just going to get busier as the boys take to the court right after this girls' final, where we have Selkirk taking on Steinbach, a repeat of last year's junior varsity boys final.
That's something I did not know, and I believe Steinbach did win it. Did they not? Or no?
No, actually Steinbach didn't. Selkirk won it.
Okay.
Unfortunately for Steinbach, in the quarterfinal, I think it was, or the semifinal, their setter got hurt. And that did change things up a little bit, not to take anything away from Selkirk because they were a very strong team.
Yeah, this place is getting louder and louder, and there's just more and more people coming in. So with the weather it was today, it started off, it was like, looked like no one was going to be here, but you knew they were on their way. It's snowing outside and traffic was terrible.
Traffic was terrible. The amount of time it took me to drive here, I almost could have made it to Brandon.
Well, MBCI is jumping on the court. They look like they're, Katie Friesen's pumping up the girls. They look like the nerves are out of them, and they're joking around a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got lots left to play. That's just the opening set, and we did see MBCI slowly climb back into that one, so a little bit of momentum might be carried forth into this second set. They are going to start off with the serve. Back to serve is their setter, Maya Westwood. And there we had a great save by the setter, but we can't put the third ball over. That was a great save.
Great serve by
Smith.
Great serve by Westwood there.
And she's serving to the libero, de Sorce. Westwood again.
Libero's getting the
great
cheers
serve
from the crowd.
Nice swing down the line, but it goes wide by Rizbeniak. That was a good swing. Unfortunately, just hit it a little bit across her body and wide.
Just out by an inch or two.
That's a great serve by Westwood because it's also backing up Rizbeniak, who is front row and one of their attackers. So it kind of takes her out of the play, or at least slows her up.
Yeah, for sure it does. And she got handcuffed there. She didn't know if to take it underhand or overhand.
Nice pass by de Sorce. Good hit by Rizbeniak. Gets her team back into this. 3-1 is our score right now.
Big side out there by Rizbeniak. 2 shanks. You know, you want to get that out of this rotation as quick as possible after that, and she goes after that ball and hits it hard off the block.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Rizbeniak's play so far for Selkirk. Back to serve right now is Friesen, one of their middle attackers. Westwood outside to Friesen. She gets blocked, but it's picked up. Let's see if they can put it over, and they do. Get another pickup by MBCI, and hammering that ball is number 6, Katie Reeves, down the line.
Yeah, big cover by MBCI there. It was a good block by Selkirk, but there's the little things you need to do to win a title. You got to cover your hitters. You got to make digs. Here you see it again on replay.
And as you mentioned, that cover is super important because what it allows, if your hitter knows the cover's there, they're going to have more confidence to swing hard, knowing that their team is there ready to pick it up if you do indeed get blocked.
Service ace there by Reeves. MBCI putting some good pressure on with their serves this set. And as I say that, she hits it in the net. Sorry, Katie. Didn't mean to jinx you.
That's okay. No one's noticed. It's only a couple of times you've done it. Back to serve right now is Lauren Weremy for Selkirk. Puts over a good serve. Westwood chases that ball down, goes outside. Kessler puts it in. Nice pick up there by the libero. That's number 16, de Sorce. It almost looked like that was going to hit the ground, and she came just diving in to save that ball and puts it over.
Not only did she save it, but she got a break at the net there. The middle blocker, it was Kwok.
Kind of mistimed that a little bit and blocked it on her side into the net. Westwood goes back to Friesen, who hits that ball wide.
Wow, I thought that was in. I want to see the replay on that. I thought it was a great swing to the deep corner, but I missed it. Guess it was out by a little bit.
I think that ball was a little inside, so her approach was a little bit awkward on that one. Westwood goes middle. And a big block by number 8, Alcock. That was one-on-one, and she completely got that one.
Yeah, and she ran Katie Friesen in the middle this time. I guess when she's in this rotation, she sides out as a middle hitter.
And there we got a chance to see that one-on-one big block by Alcock. Westwood goes back to Kauk. Dug up by Faye. They go back to Alcock. Did it go off the blocker's hands? No, it did not. It was hit out of bounds.
Yeah, mishit there. She had the line wide open. The blocker was inside, and she just hit it out of bounds.
Courtney Help back to serve for NBCI. Selkirk's struggling a little bit with their passing right now.
Yeah, you still got to get that ball up at least in the middle of the court. They can't be shanking it right to the sidelines. Even if they pass a one, they can give the ball to Grisbeniak and have a shot or a side out.
Way to follow that ball to the line by Pierre Fay. That's something a lot of times you see players guess at, but she made a point of following it to the line and ensuring that the ball was out of bounds.
In Selkirk, it feels like, because they've shanked so many points this set, it feels like they're down more than they are, but they're not. They're only down 1 point here, and look at that, bang.
And another big block by Alcock on number 15, Nayron. Again, one-on-one, and she's keying in, and you can see the size. I don't know her height, but she looks about 6'1", 2".
She's got to be at least 6 feet. Ken Bentley's got to be loving that.
Yeah.
He's got her committed to come to U of M in the middle next year, and seeing her block the ball like that is going to make him pretty happy, I think.
Yeah. And there we saw NBCI putting the ball over. It looked like he was going to score, but unfortunately the attacker went on the net, got called on the net violation. So 8-7 is our score in favor of Selkirk. So the first time they've taken the lead in this second set. Big block again by Alcock and Fay.
Unbelievable blocking by Alcock and Fay. Friesen's taking a good swing at these balls, and they're turning him into the center of the court. I'm very impressed with Selkirk's play at the net.
Into the game for NBCI is Otago. That ball again, hit long, not getting a piece of the block.
Yeah, it was just, they tried to run an X and a step around, and it was a little bit mistimed there by the NBCI hitter. Very impressive comeback in this set by Selkirk, Missy. Started out with a 3 or 4 just free points. When you just hand over a point, not even making them earn it in a rally or anything, and now they've come back already and take the lead. It's very impressive.
And to be up by 3 at this point, as you mentioned, it felt like, you know, based on how many shanks that we saw or difficulty in passing the ball, that they were down by more, and it was only 1 or 2 points at that point. But now they're in the lead. So 10-7, they lead in this second set. And of course, they took the opening set by a score of 25-21.
Yeah, the coaches made some changes now. We'll see how that works out for NBCI.
Into the game, as we mentioned, for NBCI's number 4, that's Aia Otago. And I'm not sure, I think Otago is a player from the junior varsity team.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, definitely looks like her, extremely athletic.
Well, she looks big and she looks strong, so she's there to provide a little bit of offense at the net, I'm assuming, right now.
And she tips that ball down the line. Smith goes outside to Fay. Fay gets blocked, kept alive by Alcock. And a nice pickup there. Almost a pickup, sorry, by Nayron, but a good hit there by Fay.
Absolutely a great hit. She had no approach, and instead of trying to snap it down, she hit it nice and deep over the block.
Back at the service line is Grisbeniak. Friesen with a hard attack, but it is just long, and that just missed the back line. That's as close as it can get.
She's getting some bad luck. She's hitting the ball deep there. A couple times in a row now, she's hitting the ball deep to the corners, maybe not getting enough topspin on the ball, and it's just sailing out the back for her.
Yeah, she's hitting it hard, but it looked like that one was a little bit flat. Grisbeniak with the serve. Slow keeps that ball alive. It's dug up in the back by Smith. Sorry, that was a libero de Sorce.
Sorce's playing very well for Selkirk. She's controlling the back row. She's very confident. She's always quarterbacking her teammates. She's talking a lot. I like that in the libero. They got to take control.
You know what? Your libero and your setter have to be your most aggressive players, I'd say. They got to be talking and aggressive. Nice pass by Rearney. Alive there in the back row by Reeves. The tip off the block. And it looked like that number 11, Kessler, had the tip off the block, but she got in the way and it hit her on the way down. I'm not sure if that ball was out, because it's tough to tell from this vantage point, but 13-8 is our score.
That was a tough break there. She could have covered that herself if she was in position.
Hodges serving, and she serves that one long.
That's tough. You come in to serve. You're obviously a serving specialist, so you want to make a difference and help your team. And tough float serves, just sailed out the back on her.
Kessler serving for MBCI. That one going deep, and good heads-up play by the libero de Sorce to follow that ball to the back line. It was going close, and she noticed right away that it was out and left it. Very heads-up play.
She likes to pass the ball. Like nowadays, you can set the ball. She doesn't like to do that. She obviously likes to bump the ball. And when she backed up that far, she knew it had to be out of bounds. Smart play.
Westwood goes outside to Reeves. Reeves hits that ball out. No touch on the block. Another point for Selkirk. 59 is our score in favor of Selkirk.
These hitters are starting to look to the refs for touch calls, but you know, if you've made a bunch of hitting errors, it's hard to get the small touch calls because they're used to you hitting it out of bounds.
Played by number 13 Hayes just to keep that ball alive. He almost did a bit of a cut shot to the side.
Yeah, good run here by Selkirk. They're doing everything you need to do, right? Serve tough, pass the ball. Setter's doing a good job, and she knows who to go to at the crucial times. Timeout here by MBCI. Head coach Austin Pauls. She asked me to say hi to her sister, who's probably watching in Memphis right now, and her husband, JJ Greer and Stephanie. Your sister wanted to say hi to you, and I hope you're watching her and cheering her on.
A few little shout outs there.
It's only getting louder in here, Missy.
It is very loud.
MBCI fans, they're getting here. There's still more and more arriving, and they want to get these girls back in this match.
There we had a roll shot, again going a little bit wide. So MBCI, after a few hard hits that just went long, we're seeing them take a little bit off their attacks now, which I don't think they can really afford to do.
Oh, it's a good serve, too, by the Selkirk setter. Another good serve.
Big block there, Westwood putting that dump over, but Selkirk was right there on the block, read that one as it was tight to the net. Now they go outside to Power. Faye hits it into the net. We got 4 hits being called as it did not touch the block.
Yeah, Faye's trying to go line there, and she got a little on top of it. She's got to keep hitting the ball deep. She was scoring with some deep swings, and she doesn't want to get too excited and try and hit the ball straight down.
Nice serve by Nayron. Again, MBCI doing everything possible to stay alive in this second set.
Yeah, 17-11. It's time to make a run if you want to win this set. They got to go on a run really soon.
There we get a look at Janelle Nayron. Nice pass by Beniak. They go outside to Faye, reaches high, but just almost mishits that a little bit.
Yeah, that was a great reach. She hit that really high. Didn't get enough topspin on it, but
Exactly.
It was actually over the block. She didn't get the top of the block either. I'd set her again.
Absolutely. Here's Beniak with the pass. Libero puts it over Faye with a bit of a roll shot, but Friesen right there. Nice save there by Reeves. And they go back off the blocker's hands. Friesen digs it up. Westwood outside again to number 6. That's Reeves. It's kept alive. Faye goes for the attack, and the blocker just gets there, but a big dig by de Sorce. Westwood out to Reeves, and she scores.
Unbelievable rally, Missy. Both teams making great digs. Not only getting the ball up, but they're getting the ball up to their setters. And the setters are making good decisions and then getting dug again on the other side of the net.
Here's Beniak with a good pass. They go middle to Friesen. And there's a net violation being called against MBCI.
Big side out for Selkirk there. Maintains a 5-point cushion here in the second set, up 18-13. And now Faye back to serve, and you got Grzbeniak in the front row. Between the two of them, they're both good outside hitters, so they're both able to put away the garbage balls.
Westwood with the one-handed dump back, but it's picked up by Grzbeniak. Free ball being put over by Selkirk. See if MB can take advantage of this. They go middle. Nice hit there by Kauk. And DeSorce dives for it, but can't keep that ball alive. Big point for MB.
She's close to everything. She's a fantastic libero. She's on the ball.
Absolutely.
Tough break there, but she read the play well.
Here we get a chance to look at that last play. Just missed that one. Nice serve by Westwood. They go outside to Grzbeniak with the tip. Westwood right there. Friesen goes outside. Nice attack by Reeves.
Big hit for Reeves in two ways.
Absolutely.
She hasn't put a ball away in the last little bit here, and she needs to get some confidence, and they need her scoring outside. She's got to match Grzbeniak on the outside.
18-15 is our score. MB still serving. That's Westwood. Smith goes outside to Grzbeniak right there and dug up by Kessler.
Great dig by Kessler. MBCI gets a lot of points when Westwood serves. That was a big side out to get out of that rotation for Selkirk. And now they bring in the big middle block again.
Yeah, Elcock back into the game. And back serving is Jessica Friesen. And that serve goes long. And we didn't say anything that time about the serve. Just want to point that out.
3 point second set advantage. Katie Reeves back to serve for MBCI.
Nice pass by Faye. Smith goes to Elcock. Nice pick up there by DeSorce. Free ball being put over by Selkirk. Westwood goes middle. And scoring is Kauk off the blocker's hands.
Great run by Westwood. She gave her a little bit of a long one there, set it past the blockers to take advantage of moving the big middle blocker from Selkirk out of the way.
Nice serve. Reeves, free ball being put over. Smith goes outside to Grzbeniak, who scores off the blocker's hands. You can see that MB's hands came off the net on that particular block.
And fool me once, not twice, said the Sorce with the set over the net by the setter there. She was all over that dump. Made a perfect pass with it too. Not only digging the ball, but digging the ball perfectly so your setter has options to run the offense. It's huge, huge play by the Sorce there.
Werme back to serve for Selkirk. Kauk gets the ball up. They go outside to Kessler. And that ball was almost dug up by Werme, but it went directly over and out of bounds.
I'm surprised the Sorce didn't step in front of her to play it. She was close enough.
Kauk now serving for MB. DeSorce right there. Smith goes back to Faye. Nice attack. I'm not sure, it looked like that almost went off the top of the net and then proceeded to go into the court.
Yeah, great reach by Faye. Both her and Grzbeniak have been hitting the back row ball very well, and it's giving them a break from the setup of the MBCI block. It makes MBCI think a little bit.
Nice dig by DeSorce. Boy, that was textbook the way she angled her arms to keep that ball in. Friesen. Nice pickup by Werme. We've got a rally going here. They go middle. She tips it, and it looked like it just went wide. Very close again to that line.
Yeah, I like you to swing there. She went for the tip on this play to deep one. It was open, but
there we can see it just goes a little bit wide. Nice attack by Kessler. And the first dump we've seen put over by Selkirk. Kessler again with a nice high shot. It's dug up in the back row. They go back to Elcock. Almost went under the net. And Friesen with the hammer down the line.
She made sure that one didn't go out of bounds. That was a great swing. Turned it down the line, was wide open.
She made a statement on that attack.
Now she's back to serve. It's go time for MBCI. 22-19, Selkirk in the second set here.
Friesen with the serve, nice passer by Werme. They go to Faye in the middle, dug up by Kauk, but it goes out of bounds. Trying to chase it down is MBCI, but they couldn't. 23-19 is our our score right now. Back into the game, and to serve is Ashton Hodges for Selkirk.
That was a great swing out of the middle there. Selkirk 23-19 is 2 points away from taking this 2-0 lead in the second set here.
Hodges with the serve, nice pass. Westwood puts it over 2 hands, but it's easily dug up. Smith goes for the dump, but it's blocked. Fay with the attack, and the blocker's hands came off the net again. There you can see MBCI come off the net.
Yeah, and that non-dump set over the net is not working right now. Selkirk's obviously been coached to be ready for it now, and they are. It's a big point for them.
Hodges with a big serve. How puts it up to Kessler. Block kept alive. Kessler again tipping above the block. Dug up by Brzeniak, and Fay off the blocker's hands, but it's kept alive. Westwood putting that ball over. Back row attack, Brzeniak, and she plays it back to position 5 and scores.
Yeah, great set by Weremy. She knew she couldn't go outside with it, and it's just a nice bump set right in the middle of the court. And Brzeniak, smart, takes a little bit off of that one and hits it right to the corner. Great swing, great swing.
And there we saw 25-19 in the second set, so Selkirk jumps out to a 2-0 lead in this girls' championship game. Now, we mentioned early on, they're the #1 ranked team. However, they've lost all 4 times to MBCI, but they lead 2-0 right now. What does MB have to do in this third set, which we all know is the most difficult one to win?
Well, when it got tight there, to me, the setter's got to set the hitters. You got to trust your hitters. I mean, that's your job. Your job is to be the quarterback and get them the ball in a good place to score. And you're not going to win this match if your top hitters aren't scoring. So find a way to get them going, especially on a good pass.
And I think the attitude you need is, I mean, we all use the term like being aggressive, but you got to play to win here, not afraid to lose. Like, you have to play to win. So that means like giving it everything on those attacks, not holding back, not playing it safe, you know, afraid of making a mistake. You got to go for it.
Give Selkirk a ton of credit, especially
Absolutely.
their block. Their block is set so solid
Yes.
that they're either making the block or they're digging it. They're not getting ragged off the block. The ball's not going off the block, out of bounds, down their front of their chest.
Absolutely.
It's always in play, and you know, they've got to, obviously they've figured out a way to set their defense up to frustrate MBCI. Now MBCI has to counterattack that somehow this set. They've got to figure out a way to get it through this block.
Yeah, and although it didn't happen often, it happened a couple of times where we did see MBCI's arms come off the net, so they got to penetrate the net, so the ball's going back into Selkirk court. So it was just bad timing, I guess, for a couple of those blocking errors. But a couple of errors here and there is the difference in this set so far. So Selkirk leading 2-1. We're just going to go courtside where Mo is waiting with an interview with Brian Platt.
With me now is Brian Platt, the athletic director at Mennonite Brethern Collegiate and the men's volleyball coach. Brian, you're down 2-0 here. What do you figure? What's the strategy now?
Well, first of all, Selkirk's playing very well. Selkirk is serving tough. They're blocking well. They're hitting very aggressively. Conversely, MBCI is playing very tentatively, rolling a lot of balls in court. This could be over quickly if MBCI doesn't start playing a bit more aggression. They're playing a very tentative game. Their outside hitters are not being aggressive, and they're going to have to turn that around. Their serve receive is also certainly subpar, and certainly feeling a bit of pressure. Even though Selkirk came in as the #1 seed, MBCI has had Selkirk's number all year long. But Selkirk is playing very well. They have a great game plan, executing very well. So it's going to be a real battle for MBCI to get back in this match.
Selkirk is playing real well. They're up 2-0. Up 2-0 in the Boston Pizza High School Volleyball Championships. Now let's throw it back up to Missy and Jules.
Thank you very much, Mo. And Brian Platt, as you know, longtime coach of the Varsity boys volleyball team, has had a very successful program. And he's right. The serve receive is giving them a little bit of difficulty, and they're being a little bit tentative on their outside attack.
Yeah, you know, he knows what he's talking about. He's been here many times.
Absolutely.
And he knows you can't win this match unless you play at your highest level.
Right.
There's a lot of volleyball left, though. And you know what? MBCI these girls won this title last year. They're not going to quit.
Oh,
I don't
sure.
expect them to quit.
No, they're too good a team to quit. They are playing well. It's just a couple of mistakes here or there, and it's just cost them a little bit. And Selkirk, again, not taking anything away from them because they're playing pretty solid. Back to serve right now is number 6. That's Smith, their setter. And starts off with a service ace. Not the start you want to see by MB.
No, it's definitely not, Missy. But first side out, they need this ball to play it to the net and then run a good offense.
Nice pass by Friesen. Westwood goes to dump that one. It was a little bit tight, but and there we get a far tip by Kauk. It's kept alive. It's a miscommunication on Selkirk. That's a setter that's there. She's got to play that ball.
Yeah, the setter was looking at the libero, and the libero knew it was setter's ball, but
Yes.
the Sorcey's so quick, and she was ready to set it as well. And that's what you want as a coach. You want everyone going for the ball.
Westwood with the serve. Smith goes outside to play. It's dug up and kept alive by Friesen. Free ball being put over. Again, some miscommunication there by MB. And a big attack by Friesen. Hits that one back to 1.
There's a great, the free ball too is perfect, and then the setter can do whatever she wants. You get your hitter a one-on-one, and bang, get the side out back. And now you got Faye serving, who's got a very good serve.
Here, Faye. Westwood doing a great job of keeping that ball alive, and it's dug up. Chasing it down is Selkirk. Free ball being put over. And they run with the pass, and a big attack in the middle by Kauk.
Oh,
A
tough
nice
break.
dig in the back row by Faye, but we've got, I believe, was it a net violation or a line, the center line violation?
Yeah, it was either one, but yeah, great dig in the backcourt. Good swing by NBCI. Tough break at the net for Selkirk.
Back to service Reeves. And a nice save by DeSource with the pancake dig. That ball dug up by Smith. Free ball being put over by Selkirk. MB swinging hard. Kauk again off the blocker's hands. DeSource with the dig. Free ball again being put over by Selkirk. Friesen gets blocked, but Westwood right there. Friesen with the dump, but it's blocked outside. And that's blocked again by Selkirk. Kessler, it's dug by DeSource. We've got a heck of a rally here. And Faye, that goes off the net.
Wow. They say that didn't touch the block.
Yeah, it looked like it bounced off the top of the net. Peter Henry was just a little bit surprised as to which way to turn, but I think he made the right call in the end. He's saying it hit the net, so
No,
4
he's
hits.
saying it hit the touch. I think he's confused.
Okay, well, they're having a little bit of communication here.
What an unbelievable rally, though.
It was a great rally.
It might have hit the blockers through the net, though. That's the other option. It could have hit the blocker through the net.
Reeves to serve right now. Smith chases this down. Beniak hits that ball out of bounds. Point. NBCI, so this is where Selkirk has to regroup.
Yeah, and winning those long rallies actually acts like more than 1 point. You know, it was like 10 rallies on either side. You win that, it really generates some momentum for your team.
Yeah, nice roll shot there by 13. Hayes. Here's Beniak. Smith goes back. Hayes again puts that roll shot over Kauk, but it's dug up by DeSource. Almost kept alive by Smith, diving for that ball. Three quick points for NBCI. They lead now 5-2.
Too many roll shots in that rally,
Yes,
Missy.
I agree.
Setters got to settle down on both sides and just make quality sets and let their hitters have some swings here.
Smith goes outside to Grisbeniak down the line, but hits it out. So now we're seeing a few unforced errors on Selkirk's side.
Well, it's a game of runs, and you knew NBCI, defending champs, they're not going to go away lightly.
No, not at all. Big serve, but DeSource right there. They go outside to Grisbeniak, hits it, it's dug up by Reeves. An over bump and a nice press by Kessler in the front row for NBCI. 7-2, our biggest lead right now in favor of NBCI, and we've got a timeout being called by Selkirk.
Yeah, big run there by NBCI. Missed free ball, first miscue really of the game for DeSource there. And ever since that long rally now, NBCI's put the pressure on Selkirk, and that's what they need to do to turn this match around. Keep serving tough make Selkirk make the errors.
Absolutely. We're getting some good swings on MBCI's side. So a few errors on the side of Selkirk. And as we mentioned, it doesn't matter that you're up 2-0. That third set is always the most difficult one to win.
Absolutely. It's a best of 5. You got to win 3 sets. Doesn't matter what order you do it in.
Yep.
We could be in here for another hour and a half of volleyball, especially the way these girls are digging the ball. It's fantastic defense on both sides.
Yes, absolutely. This is a different broadcast for us. One of the first times that we're doing it live stream.
Yeah, it's a little different. We're on the air a little more. There's no commercials. I guess Boston Pizza must have paid a lot of money just to be the prime sponsor, and no one else is on this one, right?
Exactly. A long-time sponsor and a great sponsor for Manitoba High School Athletic Association. Really supporting that high school sport. Friesen gets blocked, but it's picked up by Westwood. Free ball being put over. Fay there. Smith middle. And hitting that ball is Friesen. Hitting it back to position 1 and scores.
I like the swing by Katie Friesen. I like the cover of MBCI even more. Like MBCI, they didn't do that in the first 2 sets. They weren't bailing Friesen out or off the block. So at least they're playing a little bit better right now.
There we saw the replay, that hit back to position 1. It's Friesen with the serve. Westwood keeps the ball alive. And this time it was the other Friesen hitting for MB off the blocker's hands and out. So nicely played off the block.
Great high swing there. Use the block. The block's your friend if you use it right.
Absolutely. Use and abuse it. The more there, the more to hit. Smith goes outside to Grisbeniak. Dug up by Reeves. Kessler kept alive by Fay. Smith goes outside to Grisbeniak again. She's blocked, but it's picked up by DeSorce with a big dig. They go middle, but she's blocked this time. That's Neyron. DeSorce with another dig. Grisbeniak rushed on that one, but nice pickup by Reeves. Free ball being put over by MB. Smith goes back, and that ball hit out by Hayes. No touch.
Katie Reeves made 3 fantastic digs in one rally. That's very impressive. That'll turn her whole game around too, and when she gets to the front row, that'll build up even more confidence. Fantastic play by MBCI in that rally.
Served by Kauk. Alcock hits that ball a little bit flat. Looks like it was a little bit low for her, so she didn't get the top of the ball and hit that ball long. 10-3 is our score right now in favor of MB.
Still a good run by the setter. They got to keep set in the middle. It frees up Grisbeniak outside and Fay outside for more one-on-one blocks.
It's a tough play for Hayes. Friesen gets blocked. Westwood right there. Oh, a nice pickup by Fay DeSorce right there. And Grisbeniak off the blocker's hands, but what a big dig by Kauk. Again, DeSorce. They go outside to Grisbeniak. She gets blocked, but Fay's right there. Alcock setting that ball. And again, the block stays, the blocker's hands are still on the MBCI side. They got to penetrate the net, but this rally's still going. And putting the ball away is Selena Hayes.
Great swing by Hayes there. We haven't talked about her too much, but she's a big, strong girl. They need her to put some balls away.
And there we saw her hitting just in between the blocker's hands there. Hitting seam. 10-4 is our score. Back to serve is Lauren Wernie. Kauk with the pass. Reeves dug up by DeSorce. They go back row to Fay. Roll shot, but slowing it down was Neyron. Oh, and a big block by Alcock and Smith.
Alcock's an absolute machine at the net. She's so quick. If you watch her, she's everywhere. They can't beat her.
Yeah.
If the pass isn't perfect, she gets there no problem. She gets left, she gets right. She's really quick at the net.
And she's always penetrating the net, so she's not getting used and abused. Oh, and that ball set a little bit high to, I believe that was Neyron.
And Alcock was all over it. She was right there. She's reading the setter really well as well.
So Selkirk doing everything possible to stay alive in this third set. They trail by 4, 10-6 their score. Nice pass by Reeves. They go outside to Kessler. Westwood goes back. And that ball was hit out.
Elcock gets back out there, causes Katie Friesen to force a hitting error. Right now, MBCI is playing fantastic volleyball. Now Selkirk's had a few points of a runs. MBCI needed this timeout. Smart timeout by the coach. Settle them down. They're still winning this set. They got to just keep playing the way they have this first bit of the third set.
10-7 is our score. We've got a timeout being called on the floor. And of course, we are in the third set of this girls' championship game. Right now we have Lord Selkirk taking the first two sets by scores of 25-21 and 25-19. Right now, MBCI leads 10-7.
See the Selkirk mascot in the house over there. Can't get the camera on him. He's getting their crowd fired up. The MBCI people are behind us. The Selkirk people are in front of us. So it's red on one side and blue on the other.
Serving is Werme. Oh, free ball being put over, but great pickup there by Kauk. Free ball being put over by Selkirk. Let's see if MB can take advantage of this, and they go out to Friesen. Off the Sorcerer's hands and out of bounds, so Friesen scoring for MBCI.
A great hit by Friesen there. Yeah. Get away from the cross court for a while. Hit the line shot, avoid Elcock's big block. Smaller blocker on the outside, off the hand, she gets a kill.
Yeah, and a much needed point by MBCI, stopping the run by Selkirk. Friesen to Sorce with a good pass. Here's Beniak, but it's dug up by Kauk. Nice pickup by, sorry, that was, I couldn't really see if that was Friesen diving for that one.
Great hustle, great dig.
That was.
Gives Beniak credit though. She seems to be hitting the ball harder now than she was in the first two sets. She's really going for it. Now she's back to serve.
Yeah, that was a great effort by Friesen. Westwood going back row to Friesen. Roll shot to the middle. Nothing but floor to score on.
Yes, the defense was all sitting back. A smart play by Friesen. Three-man block, just a nice little touch shot over top of it. The block is your friend. Sometimes you have to tip in and throw the odd roll shot in just to keep them on their heels.
Smith goes to Elcock, and again, right in that middle court, wide open.
She's laughing about it. She knows she didn't hit that very well, but she'll take it. A kill's a kill. They all count on the stat sheet.
Well, and sometimes you're sitting back waiting for that hard one. Here we'll get a chance to look at it again. Right, wide open in that middle court, which is often very vulnerable for a lot of teams. Nice serve. A great pass by Reeves, and score. So she had to pass that one, still get outside quickly for a fairly fast set.
You know what? Like I said earlier, she made 3 or 4 great digs, got her confidence going. She comes back to the front row. She hit that ball, the best ball she's hit all night.
Mayron with the serve into the net.
And they need her to play well to win this match. They need Katie Friesen, they need Katie Reeves. They need those Katies flying and scoring. They're getting a lot of their sets.
Yeah, for sure. And Carly Smith back to serve for Selkirk. That is their setter. Mayron with the pass. They go middle to Kauk, and it's dug up by Rizbeniak, but it goes off her hand and out of bounds. 14-10 is their score, still in favor of MBCI. Westwood with the serve. Sorce. Smith puts it outside to Faye. Goes off the blocker's hands and out of bounds.
A smart hit by Faye, reaching high, taking a little bit off. The set was way behind her head. You try and hit that ball hard, you're probably hitting it out the back. Using the outside blockers and getting a kill.
Nice pass by Reeves. We go outside to Friesen. She's blocked, but it's dug up by Westwood. Again, a nice diving save there by Kessler this time. Smith goes middle, off the blocker's hands, and a net violation called against MBCI. Some great defense on the Hawks side.
Hawks are covering the ball very well.
Yeah.
The hitter's got to hit the ball. Friesen's got to hit that ball higher. She's got to find a way to get it off the block. She jumps too high to be hitting it and getting blocked on her own side.
Westwood pushes that ball out. Very nice set, dug up by Faye. Faye now with the attack and kind of got underneath that ball. Looked like she jumped early, mishit it, but it scores.
Now she gets to have a chuckle. Both her and Elcott hit 2 balls and get 2 kills. Hey, but they'll take it. You see her laughing. I'll take it.
Exactly. It scored 13-14. So Selkirk only trailing by 1 right now in this 3rd set. And, of course, they lead 2 sets to none.
NBCI can't get discouraged. They're playing much better in this 3rd set. Need to settle down right now, pass 1 ball, and they've got the lead.
Yep.
They don't need to worry about winning this match. They need to be worrying about the next point and getting back that way. If they think about the mountain, they're not going to make it.
And they are playing far more aggressive, and they're playing well. They just have to continue doing that. Be patient. No sense in pressing any panic button.
No, absolutely not. Give Selkirk a lot of credit, though. Their setter's doing a good job. She's probably not the biggest name on their roster per se, but she's spreading the offense. And after the 1st set, she had a couple of hiccups with her sets, and now she's doing a really nice job feeding everyone and getting them all involved, and real balanced attack and keeping MBCI on their heels.
Well, and what's nice to see is they're all contributing, and they, we all talk about the setter being the quarterback, but another person that can really lead by example is your libero, and DeSorce is doing an outstanding job for Selkirk. Faye serving right now. Good pass by Neyron. They go outside to Friesen, and that's one of the first blocks that I've seen the Selkirk hands come off the net.
Yeah, the outside hitter was right at the aerial, and her left hand just pulled off the net. Friesen took advantage of it. Good swing, though, by Friesen, reaching high, hitting the ball hard and high.
Katie Reeves serving for NBCI. Whoa, what a bullet that was.
Yeah, she's playing with a lot more confidence in her serve. She's had good runs in this set. This is a good rotation for NBCI to make a little run of their own.
That ball going off Brzeniak's hands and out. So 2 quick points off the serve for NBCI. So 17-13 is our score.
Those serves are about an inch over the net, and they've
I
got
know.
so much movement on them.
That one off the top of the net, but a good pass by Faye. Brzeniak dug up by Neyron. Nice pickup by Faye, chasing it down to Smith, but she can't get to it before it goes under the net.
That was a good dig by Faye. Katie Reeves just making 3 good serves in a row here.
Very tough serves. DeSorce. Brzeniak keeps that ball alive. And that ball hit off the blocker's hands. That was a great strong attack by Kessler.
Needed timeout here by Selkirk.
And you got exactly that, 19-13. So some quick points, a couple right off the serve. So Selkirk doing everything to try and stop this point run by NBCI.
Got the NBCI students over here taunting the Selkirk timeout. It's getting feisty in here. The Mennonites are getting wild over there.
You can say that, especially with our last names, eh?
Oh, absolutely.
Penner and Martins. I mean,
Penner
come
and
on.
Martins, we could play on this team. I got a Martins playing in the next match. And if he plays well, he's my cousin. And if he doesn't, I'm not related. He's a libero, so he can't be related to me.
No.
I couldn't play back row.
Oh, I'm sure you could. You're one heck of a player. Still serving right now is Katie Reeves. 19-13 is our score. We'll see what Selkirk can do to get out of this. They struggled with that one a bit. Brzeniak, roll shot kept alive by Westwood. Friesen chases that ball down. Nice hit by Reeves. Brzeniak again off the blocker's hands, but right there is Reeves. Free ball. DeSorce. Roll shot being put over by Hayes. Westwood keeps that ball alive. Smith to the middle. Dug up by Reeves. And there we get a net violation. That was Katie Friesen
But it's still a great swing. She reached high. A lot of these long rallies, the girls really got to bear down, and someone's got to call for this set because they're getting tired, and the longer the rally, they're all taking a little bit off their swings.
Yeah, and that was one of the first service errors by Katie Reeves, who just put over about 5-6 bullet serves.
She's been a key change for MBCI this set. She's playing well. They're up 6 points.
20-14 is our score right now in favor of MBCI. That's Jessica Friesen. Kaup is going to have to put this ball over. Doesn't make it over, but out of bounds.
Good effort there. Another tough serve from Selkirk, and that's what they need. They're down 5 here in the third set. They want to get back in this match. They're going to need some good tough serves, and they got Alcock in the front row, so look for her to be a blocking machine right now.
Friesen gets blocked, but right there is Reeves. Oh, and that ball was hit out of bounds. Are they going to call touch? They do call touch off the blocker's hands.
That was a big block and a good cover. Alcock got out there on the right side, made a nice block, but MBCI was there to cover it, save the point, and get the touch call coming back to the left side.
Here's Beniak, nice attack by Selkirk, and a much needed one as they trail right now, 21-16.
She's a fantastic player. She hits that line shot so well. She reaches for it. She's gotten dug a few times by Reeves this set. That's changed the match, but she's still hitting the ball well. She's getting it by the block pretty much at will.
I've been very impressed with Ashley Brisbeniak in her attack. Westwood chases this down. Friesen puts it over. It's dug up by Faye. Brisbeniak off the blocker's hands, dug up by Kaup. Nice pickup by Brisbeniak. Off the blocker's hands, and it goes along the net and lands in the NBCI court. That's where communication becomes important.
And the mental toughness. She had to swing 3 balls. It's a long rally. You have to hit more than 1 ball. You want to win this title, you got to stay focused and keep ripping at the ball, and she did there.
And that serve goes long by Werme. 22-17. Back to serve right now is Katie Friesen. Nice serve. DeSorce, one of the few bad passes we've seen by her.
Good serve by Friesen. Went right at the libero, which is surprising, but the way she has been passing the ball so well.
Friesen again. Werme with the pass. They having to put over a free ball. Westwood goes back to Neyron, kept alive. DeSorce puts it out to Benoit. It's dug up. I think that was Alcock with it big, and a big block this time by Janelle Neyron.
That was a great block. They seem to move the block a little more outside. Westwood lined up closer to the aerial there. Take away Grisbeniak's line shot. Westwood's not the biggest blocker, and Grisbeniak's smart enough to go after her and not at the middle blocker.
24-17 Friesen at the service line for MBCI. DeSorce. Smith goes outside to Brisbeniak. Off the blocker's hands. Nice pickup by Kaup. Free ball being put over. Alcock with the step around. Blocked but kept alive by Selkirk. They go back out. And right there's DeSorce off a huge attack. Brisbeniak off the blocker's hands and scores.
Wow.
Big play by Selkirk.
Good play by everyone.
Yeah.
Just fantastic defense, both teams. Even if you don't win the set, Selkirk right now being down 6, it's tough, but that was good rally to build some momentum going into the 4th set.
Well, that serve was a long one, but it was played. Nice attack by Friesen. Smith goes outside to Faye. Faye down the line, big dig by Kaup.
You can see why she's going to play libero at the next level.
Absolutely, nice dig by Grisbeniak. Free ball being put over by Selkirk. Westwood, step around, and hitting that ball out of bounds is Neyron. She hits it wide.
Great defense, both teams. 24-19, can Selkirk come back all the way?
This would be most difficult, but not impossible.
I'm used to men's volleyball, and I'd say it's impossible.
DeSorce. Faye keeps it alive. Nice swing, but it's dug up by Friesen. And a nice play by Alcock. 4:20. Selkirk doing everything to stay alive. Back into the game is Ia Otago, who is one of the star players from the junior varsity team. Can jump out of the gym.
Right now, this is Alcock's net. She's at the front row.
That was a nice serve by Grisbeniak. She was serving fairly deep. She took a little off at that time, and it scores an ace. 24-21.
Well, they're coming back. She's taking a little bit off her serve, so it doesn't.
Hauk with the pass. Neyron with the roll shot to Sorce right there. Faye gets blocked! Big block by Neyron.
Told you it's tough to come back. It was close. Great run by Selkirk to come back in that third set. They got some momentum going into the fourth. We're in for a barn burner. We didn't want a 3-0 match. We wanted
This is a provincial final.
Absolutely. Two teams that know each other so well.
Yeah. Well, and really, MBCI kind of did what Selkirk did in that opening set, where they kind of had a dominant lead, but then the other team climbed back in. So there we saw MBCI jump out to a pretty good lead, and Selkirk did everything to kind of climb back in that one and made a game of it.
Well, and also MBCI's top players stepped it up that third set.
Absolutely.
You need your top players playing like top players. And the first two sets, Selkirk's top players were a little bit above MBCI's, and now MBCI's came back and made some big plays for them.
Yeah, this is not the time to hold back. That is not what got you here, so you got to keep doing what got you here, right?
For sure.
So right now we have MBCI taking that last set, but Lord Selkirk leads 2-1.
Well,
so
the coaches got their wish, that's for
yeah.
sure.
Well, and that was a much better played set, I think, by both teams. We get a look at some of the sponsors that are on our. Right now, we are just going to go courtside where Mo is waiting with an interview.
It's getting really excited, real heated up here as Selkirk leads 2-1. Big shout out to Rick Scott, head coach at Dalhousie University in Halifax. He texted us. Rick coached Selkirk a number of years ago and won a few provincial championships with them. Right now we've got Derek Ralstone and his daughter Riley. Derek's a fan. He's been bringing Riley to these provincials for the last 3 or 4 years. What do you think so far, Derek?
Just love it. We love coming to this event. It's so loud, it's so exciting, and everyone should come down to watch.
It's fun, and Riley's a budding volleyball player, and she plays in the league, and so she's got to be pretty motivated by this as well.
Yeah, you know, it's just so great here. Boston Pizza does such a great job, and the High School Athletic Association does such an awesome job. I think it's the best event that they put on.
Thanks, Derek. Thanks for coming out. So we got going to game 4 right away, and now we'll go back up to Missy and Jules.
Watch Mo. Always nice to see some budding players in the stands here. This is extremely, I mean, talk about showcasing a great event and the excitement that it can generate for the younger fans that are watching this.
Well, absolutely. And this is high school volleyball, let's face it, for most of these girls, maybe not on these two teams, but for most of these girls, this is their biggest game of their lives, and it's going to be. A lot of them don't get a chance to go play university volleyball.
Exactly. Absolutely. So we received the same text there from Rick Scott all the way from Nova Scotia, coaching the Dalhousie Tigers. Good to hear from you, Rick. And again, as Mo said, this is the team that he coached for a number of years and was a dynasty. So always good to hear from Rick, and we wish him all the best at his level with the CIS level.
Absolutely. Selkirk's volleyball program is second to no one's. They've been great for years. They're great in men's volleyball and in women's volleyball. So, you know, when you have programs like that, they're going to always generate great players.
For sure. We are ready to go for this 4th set here. Selkirk leading 2-1. There's Beniak with the attack, and it goes off MBCI and out of bounds. Selkirk starting off very strong, and again, Brisbeniak very consistent throughout this entire match.
Well, and it's easier to be consistent when you swing as high as she does. She's hitting the ball a good, almost a foot above the height of the net, which is, you're not going to get blocked very often doing that. You might get dug, but you know what? She's hitting it hard and high.
Jessica Friesen serving that ball out of bounds. We are tied at 1 apiece in this 4th set. Selkirk leading 2-1 in this girls' championship game. Back to serve is Reeves. Free ball being put over by Alcock. Westwood to Kauk, and she pushes that ball deep to position 1 and scores.
Very important for Selkirk to side out quickly when Reeves is serving. She had 3 runs last set of a minimum of 3 points, and if they let her do that again, we're going to 5 sets.
Nice serve by Reeves. Alcock with the high reach. It's dug up in the backcourt by Neyron. And that ball is blocked by Hayes and Alcock for Selkirk.
Yeah, Alcock doing a fantastic job. Good attack, great dig by MBCI, but Alcock comes back with the block at the net.
Into the game is Werme. We're tied at 2 apiece. Werme with the serve. Neyron with the pass. They go outside to Kessler, who hits that ball out of bounds. They're looking for a touch. No touch called by any of the officials.
Yeah, Kessler looking for a touch again. She did that in the last set too and didn't get the call. It looked like a touch to me there, but linesmen aren't going to give you the call too easily unless it's very obvious.
Friesen gets blocked on that one. Nice diving attempt by Reeves.
Set
Big
dropped
block.
a little bit on Friesen there. She got into it a little late, had no choice but to try and rip it cross court. And as you can see on this replay, big block. Do I have to mention who got it again? Alcock. Ken Bentley just must be loving this.
Neyron, Friesen puts it back row, and some miscommunication on MBCI's part.
Someone's got to take control in the back row for MBCI on that ball and want to get it over the net.
Werme still serving 5-2 as a lead. With Selkirk, nice high ball. Kauk with the pass, and they go high middle to her, but she puts that ball long. It looked like the ball floated a bit, so just no top spin on that one to bring the ball down into the court.
Yeah, she's passing and running a middle. It's tough to do, so they have to set a high ball in the middle.
Kauk in the middle. That ball just bit the sideline.
She went right back to her. Smart setting by Westwood. Selkirk doesn't expect you to set her again, and she does. I like it when I see that from the set, especially when one of your good players just made an error. Give them right back to him, get him going again.
Yeah, I think mentally it's very important to keep them in the game. Smith goes back to Faye. Nice reach, but it's dug up by Reeves. Kessler dug up by DeSorce. Faye, free ball. Puts it short. Takes one of the attackers out of it. Friesen puts a tip over, but Smith right there. DeSorce sets up. There's Beniak. And a big block, and one of the few times that Alcock has gotten beat on the block.
Yeah, Alcock was up a little early there, and she was on her way down, and Friesen just pushed it down the front.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's timing. You want to get the last push on the ball. But a good push by Friesen. And that ball served long by Kauk.
Set 7-4 here in the 4th set. Selkirk is up 2-1, folks.
Here's Beniak with that serve. Westwood goes to Friesen. And almost there, and digging it is DeSorce. Couldn't control that one, but that was a nice combo by Westwood.
Yeah, getting Friesen to move around a bit.
Yes.
Alcock can't key on her on the right side that way. She has to keep her honest in the middle.
Katie Friesen now serving for MBCI. They trail by 2. Nice pass by Werme. Faye with the nice push. Dug up by Friesen. Kessler. Smith goes out to Faye, who pounds the ball. Wow.
Not only did she hit it down, she still hit it high. That's, I mean, she hit it high to in the deep corner. She's playing with a lot of confidence.
Here we get a look. Oh,
she's having a lot of fun, that's for sure.
That was a great attack by Faye. Hodges to serve, and that ball not even close.
Adrenaline's coming. Get something to serve. She's got to calm down a little bit, take a breath.
Yeah, I think taking a deep breath is very important. Kessler. Just sort of say with the pass, they go back way to Beniak. Dug up by Friesen. Reeves gets that ball out.
Tough break there for Reeves. Set tailed off the net on her, and she's still got a snap on it, but it was just out the back.
Back into the game is number 13, Selena Hayes. So putting a bit of size in that front row. Serving right now is the setter, that's Carly Smith. Cow. Westwood goes outside, and that ball's hit out. Looked like she tried getting a piece of the block, but hit it high and out of bounds. 10-6 is her score, and we've got a timeout being called on the floor by NBCI.
Yeah, important timeout right now. She's got to get girls settled down. They're only down 4. It's a game of runs. One side out, you can run 5 points back the other way, especially with the serving and the passing the way it's been. The girls are battling really hard right now.
Absolutely. NBCI can do when they come back on the floor here. They trail by 4 and of course trail 2 sets to 1 in this championship game. But both teams, what's very impressive is both teams are playing very well right now.
Both teams are well coached, you know that. Yeah. Selkirk didn't let losing the 3rd set rattle them. They made a nice run at the end of the 3rd set to get some momentum going into the 4th, and now they've come back and just kept rolling with it. They do have a lot of weapons. They got Alcock playing unreal in the middle, and then they got the 2 outside hitters, Faye and Grisbeniak, just putting balls away for them. And then the libero digs everything.
Smith with a nice deep serve. Westwood pushes it out. Dug up by Grisbeniak. They go to Faye, who goes off the blocker's hands and scores. So Faye really mixing things up nicely.
Yeah, great run by the setter too. You know, you make it dig. Feed your big hitters. This is her last game, I'm assuming. I think she's in grade 12, right? Give her every ball. It's the last game of the year either way.
Yeah.
She's hot, ride her.
Mayron with the serve. Passed up by Grisbeniak. They go middle, it's tipped. Westwood digs it up, but no one is there to play the other ball. Now, I know that's difficult for Westwood. She made a great dig there. You call help, but players have to be paying attention too.
That's the 2nd time in the set, so that's 2 points they've made digs off of, and then the second ball's just landed in the middle of the court, and that can't happen.
No, you've got to be aggressive. Be the one to play the ball. Free ball being put over by NBCI. Oh, and underneath the net was Smith. You can see when she jumped, she went to push off and landed with her right foot under the net, clearly right over.
Yeah, tough break. It was a quick free ball pass, and she just was a little late getting to the ball.
Back to serve right now is Maya Westwood. Nice pass by DeSource. Smith goes outside to Grisbeniak off the blocker's hands. But digging it up is Kessler, but they can't control it off the net. That has become a very difficult play, is playing the ball off the net.
Oh, absolutely, especially the middle blocker doesn't even know where it is right away. They've kind of been a bit of a panic. They turn around and they've got to try and set this ball that's coming into the net.
Jessica Friesen serving right now for Selkirk. 13-8 is our score. Nice pass by Mayron. Oh, that was a nice jump and hit by number 6, Katie Reeves. Unfortunately, it just went wide. But it was a great attack.
Yeah, we couldn't see. Our monitor was in the way. It did look like she hit the ball pretty good down the line there.
Back into the game is Aya Arago. Serving still is Friesen. Kept alive by Westwood. Back row. Nice roll shot, but it's picked up by Selkirk. Brisbeniak. That was called out. Looked like she was trying to hit that ball off the blocker's hands, and
she seems pretty confident she got the touch too. It's a tough break. Set was right on the net. She did a good job not going on the net.
Absolutely, DeSorce. Oh, and that ball, that was Smith that she says right away, that was kind of my set. It came at her very, very fast, and she set it low. 14-10 is our score. Let's see if we can take a look at that last play. It was a great serve.
Katie Reeves is serving again, and they just caught a break, Selkirk, because she served it out the back, but she's been serving so well for them the last 2 sets.
Absolutely. Back to serve right now is Lauren Werme for Lord Selkirk. Her team leads by 5 right now, 15-10 in this 4th set. Reeves with the pass. Ought to go with the tip and just out. Very close to that line, but you could see just a little bit of space in between.
Great serve by Werme as well. She comes in, does a great job in the back row, serves well, and then she goes and looks to pick up balls all the time. As you see the tip just landing out of bounds.
Yeah. Great look at that replay, and we've got a timeout being called by NBCI as they trail by 6. 16-10 is our score in this 4th set. If you're NBCI, Jules, what do you try and tell your players right now?
Oh, there's not much you can tell them. You just say settle down, pass the ball, get a side out, and then we'll make a play. There's not much tactical you can do at this point. You've got them here. Now it's up to the players to make plays. So they need a side out. They've got a little bit of time here. It's a game of runs, but they need to relax a little bit and not make any unforced errors.
Settle down and stay aggressive. You got to play everything. Can't watch a ball hit the floor.
No, and you know what? Right now, Selkirk's just got too many weapons, and they're all clicking. And their big hitters are not getting blocked ever. If they don't get a kill, they're getting dug, which just doesn't give the same effect. And they're winning the long rallies as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Very impressed with the way Selkirk's playing. And they've got Elcock in the front row again here to even extend this lead with their big block.
Serving right now is Werme. Friesen keeps that ball alive. Free ball being put over. Here's Beniak right there. Elcock left alone on that step around and puts it to the floor.
Best set of the night there. Best set she's made all night. Turned her body to the net. It looked like she was going to be on the net again, and she flicked a perfect back set to Elcock. You see it on the replay there. It's a fantastic run. Huge point for Selkirk.
Reeves with the pass. They go outside to Otago. Otago, nice pick up there in the back row by Faye, but a net violation called against Selkirk. Otago with the big attack there.
Yeah, well, they need her. They need something to happen for them here, and we've got a good server going now, and they need her to get a big block for them.
Nice serve by Kauk. The Sourcey free ball being put over by Faye. Westwood. Friesen. And that ball is off the puck.
Yeah, with Friesen in the front row right now, you look for the free balls to be set to her. Ran a double combination, but they ran the combination right over Elcock, which is a bit dangerous to do, and she's so hot blocking.
Faye from the back row, it's dug up by Reeves. Otago off the net, goes off of Werme and out of bounds. So a couple points by Otago. I'm sure they're glad they brought her up to the varsity level.
Well, she's making plays, right? And she's playing with confidence. Got nothing to lose. Coming off the bench, you got to go after it.
Nice pickup in the back row by Kauk. Otago hits that into the tape. 4 hits being called.
A great dig by Kauk in the back row, and Elcock's playing fantastic. It was a great swing down the line by her.
And Beniak rushed that one a little bit. That toss was a little bit low. It almost looked like she rushed that a bit.
Yeah, these last points aren't going to be easy to get for Selkirk. They're going to just have to relax and just keep taking it 1 point at a time.
Yeah, and you can't stress enough, like the serve in is pressure, so keep those serves in. Grisbeniak was a little bit short on that one. Faye reaches nice and high, puts it down the line, dug up by Kalk. Audigo gets blocked, but she's right there, but it goes out of bounds. Point Selkirk. 19-14 is our score in this fourth set. Coming into the game is Hodges.
Alcock gets a bit of a rest.
She's done a very good job blocking for Selkirk. See if Hodges can put a good serve in for Selkirk, keep the pressure on. Oh boy, that's 2 back-to-back service errors. That's what you don't want.
No, and for a serving specialist, she came in, she's missed twice in this set.
Yes.
She's got to relax a little bit. If they're putting her into serve, she can't be missing.
Yeah, it's no rush. I mean,
Once
that's
in a while you can
concentration. Audigo puts a safe serve in. Smith goes to Faye, who buries that ball. Great attack, great set by Smith.
Yeah, great run by Smith. We haven't seen that combination run before.
No.
It almost looked like she was setting the middle, and I was surprised she flipped it over the middle for a 33 to Faye, and it's the first time they've even used that play all night. So.
Yeah, that was even, I think that was even a quicker set, almost a 31. Nice pass by Kalk. Westwood goes outside. Roll shot, but right there is Faye. Smith goes back. Dug up by Friesen. Westwood again goes out to Reeves. Off the blocker's hands and scores. Mr. Hayes has to turn it in.
Yeah, great swing by Reeves, aggressive swing. She roll shotted the first one, and Selkirk didn't make her pay for it. They got the free ball off the roll shot and didn't make them pay, and then Reeves came back with a nice swing.
Mayron with the serve. Back row. Attack, and that's dug up there by Faye, kept keeping it alive as DeSource. Free ball being put over by Faye. Westwood, middle, big block. Over, that's Westwood, and we've got a center line violation.
Wow.
I'm not sure who
Tough call against MBCI there. Big block, big play by Selkirk in the middle.
Get a look at this last play. Went off the head, but we had a center line violation. I'm not sure where it happened. I think he called Kalk on that one. Westwood goes outside to Reeves. Off the blocker's hands, but we got a net violation now being called against Selkirk. 21-17, back and forth action.
Unforced errors here give a few points away. They got a good server. NBC has got a good server here now, and they've got to make a run.
Cersei gets the ball up. They go outside to Grisbeniak. Off the blocker's hands. Westwood almost making a dig, but it goes out.
It's over and over again. Grisbeniak and Faye on the outside are just putting the balls away. The fact is, they're swinging smart. They're not fearing the block. They're using the block. And the two of them have carried the match on the outside.
Serving right now is Jessica Friesen. Down the line, a bullet. Westwood trying to chase that one down, kept alive by MB. Smith goes outside to Grisbeniak off the blocker's hands. Big dig in the back row by Neron. Reeves down the line, but a big dig by Faye. And they were setting back row there. Westwood goes middle to Kalk, puts over the tip and scores.
Smart play by Kalk there. The block had committed on her, and she was going to get blocked, and she swung straight away and just tipped it, just touched it over the block. You see here on the replay.
Boy,
Alcock was all over that.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to play defense, watch these teams. DeSource kept alive by Faye. Free ball being put over. Westwood goes back to Friesen. Down the line, but Faye right there. Grisbeniak saves it. Faye puts over the free ball. Westwood to Kalk. The block is there, but a net violation called against Alcock. MBCI fans are going crazy.
Smart timeout here by Selkirk. Settle the girls down a little bit. Couple tough breaks, couple net violations, and some great play on the MBCI side.
22-19 is our score in this fourth set. Selkirk leading 2-1 in this girls' championship game. You don't want to go anywhere after the awards presentation. We have the boys' championship game featuring the number 3 and 4 ranked teams, Selkirk and Steinbach.
Yeah, it's just going to be a great night of volleyball. And look at the crowd right now. They're just going nuts.
Packed, standing room only.
It's almost a cheer off going on right now. The people from Selkirk and the people from MBCI.
This is
The
what
girls
high
got
school sport is all about, though.
Yeah, and the girls got to stay focused right now on what they need to do on the court.
This is always, always a packed house and an exciting atmosphere. You ever get a chance to come to the championship game, volleyball or basketball, you want to take advantage of it.
They got Katie Reeves back to serve too. She's had some good runs for them.
Absolutely. Done a very good job. Puts over a nice serve. Faye gets at one. Alcock gets it to Cruz Benia, gets dug up by Neyron. They push it out to Kessler, who buries the ball down the line. So some big attack by FB. They are still in this one, 22-20. They trail by 2. Let's look at this last replay.
It's a good swing by Kessler. She's come back in the game. We didn't really even realize that, but she's come back in the game for a veteran presence.
Smith goes middle. Alcock is blocked on that play. Oh boy.
We've got ourselves a match, Missy. Katie Reeves serving fantastic these last 2 sets, putting the pressure on Selkirk, and Selkirk needs to find a way to side out this ball.
Yeah. Some big serves by Reeves. Free ball being put over by Grisbiniak. Westwood goes back to Friesen. She's blocked, it's kept alive, but unable to control it is Kessler. Point, Selkirk, 23-21. This one still anyone's set.
Yeah, it's a fantastic rally there. Fantastic play by both sides. Big block by Selkirk to get out of that rotation. That's just caused them problems.
And I gotta say, this is a huge serve. Keep the pressure on by putting a serve in. Nice serve. Gets it, they go outside. Sorry, middle to Kauk, but it's dug up by Faye. Alcock puts over the free ball. Katie Friesen gets blocked, but right there is Westwood. And a big block by Alcock.
She's everywhere. She's left, she's right. She got Friesen on one side. She's just doing a fantastic job.
An absolutely awesome job along the net, there is no question.
Beniak's blocking well. The outside blockers are setting up the block so well. Alcock closes and they're just so solid. Here's their chance to win a provincial title.
Again, keep that serve in, keep the pressure on. You can't stress it enough. And that serve goes long.
Adrenaline's flowing, Missy.
I'm sorry, you can't miss those. I don't know, you just can't. I'm sorry.
She's laughing. She's going to stroke a 3 right now.
Yeah.
She's a confident player.
24-22, Kauk at the service line. De Source. They go to Alcock. Alcock off the blocker's head and scores!
Unbelievable match. Great pass in the last one. And look at Selkirk celebrate.
Selkirk takes the girls' championship game in 4 sets. They win 25-21, 25-19, 21-25, and then take this 4-set 25-22. A well-played match, really, by both teams. MBCI has got to feel good still about their performance tonight. It was a very exciting end-to-end action here, and congratulations to Selkirk.
Fantastic match.
Absolutely.
Selkirk just made plays. They made plays throughout the whole match, and you know, in the 4th set, they didn't get rallied. MBCI made a huge run, came back, tied the game basically, and 2 big plays by Selkirk.
Absolutely. They had a couple players that just stepped up, but I'd say as a whole, they had players contribute at all times, but definitely some aggressive plays by a lot of their players. De Source, I think, did an outstanding job as a libero. Brisbeniak, you couldn't ask for more for an attacker, and then you got Alcock as well.
And Carly Smith did a great job running the show. I mean, they did a good
Absolutely.
job. I've never seen so many blocks by one girl in a women's volleyball match before, and I think in my mind, Alcock changed the flow of the game by just disrupting the big hitters from MBCI.
And then when they needed, they also got some great attacks by Faye and also some defense. So I mean, really, every player contributed on their team. Wermy had some great serves. Everyone did everything for that team. Friesen, you name it. It was a good contribution, and that's what you want, is for the whole team to contribute and lead to this victory. When a whole team's clicking, you're going to find some success. So again, congratulations to both teams. on a well-played girls championship game. We're going to have the awards presentation right away. Selkirk again takes this one in 4, beating the defending champions from last year, MBCI Hawks, but again, both teams playing very well. Right after the awards presentation, we'll probably take a short break, and then we will have the boys championship game where we have Selkirk again against Steinbach, a repeat of last year's junior varsity boys provincial finals.
Yeah, we got another whole match of excitement, let's hope, Missy, and those seats up there will turn from red to saber gold, I would imagine. Is that the Steinbach colors?
Yes, I believe it is black and gold.
Black and gold will enter this building, and I expect it to be just as louder in here for the next match.
Yeah, the atmosphere is absolutely crazy. I'm sure Rick Scott is quite happy all the way down in Nova Scotia, as this is his former team, and he always did a fantastic job coaching this team as well. Congrats to Kyla Michalski on a great job in her first year as coach. Let's see if we can listen in to the awards presentation. we get a look at our All-Stars and our MVP, as well as the Players' Choice Award, which is voted by the players. Great award, a lot on sportsmanship.
Yeah, the Selkirk players, you could have given, I mean, I would have given Faye an all-star, but I'm not picking them, but she was fantastic. They're all fantastic. Smith was setting great, and you know, it doesn't matter. They got the gold medal. Who gets the all-stars, in my opinion? You want the gold, and I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, but I you know, it's usually based on your semifinal as well as your final award, but Chris Beniak had, I think, a fantastic.
Oh, she played great in this
Absolutely.
final. She played fantastic, deserved the MVP.
Yeah, for sure. Now we see NBCI getting the provincial banner. There we have all the awards presentation, the medals, the trophy, the banners going to both teams. And again, we had a well-played girls championship game here. Lord Selkirk defeating MBCI, defending champions, in 4 sets.
Yeah, fantastic volleyball. It's been hopefully get another great match coming up next. Congratulations to Selkirk. Congratulations to MBCI on a well-played pot match. They came back hard, but Selkirk a very deserving champion, and congratulations to them.
Congratulations to both teams, and again to Lord Selkirk. We'd like to thank all our viewers for joining us for our live feed of the Manitoba High School Athletic Association Provincial Championship Volleyball. We just want to remind our viewers that they have to go to the other link. That would be the Varsity Boys link in order to watch the boys championship game. We're just going to take a short break, but we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Thank you.